All right, we're just going to do this. We're going to go over these last few drives, go over the sacks. That's all anybody's going to want to talk about. So let's just do it. I was thinking about how I want to do this. Let's just do it. That'll be the end. Everybody can do with it what they will. So this one, pass pro's not bad here on 3rd and 15. There's just nobody open. J.J. Hester breaks at the end. And I think Jackson Arnold sees him. He just can't put the ball out to him. Oh, hang on. Sorry, let me mute. Okay. So you're going to have Javonte Barnes slide over here. Princely Emmanuel is going to slide inside of Logan Howland. Howland actually does a good job, gets to the corner, and then you get Barnes stepping up, makes a nice block here. Boom, helps his guy out. Yep, that's what you need. Jackson just keeps sliding and sliding and sliding, and I don't know what he's looking for. There's double here. Bauer Sharp's covered. I don't know what he's hoping is going to happen there. Let's see. He did something with his hands. Maybe we can. Okay, I think he's hoping Bauer Sharp's going to spin out and break up, which is, for those wondering what I'm talking about. Man, it unmuted again. Sorry. What Hester's going to do. You're going to see Hester spin and come up here, and he breaks into space. I think that's what he's hoping Bauer Sharp's going to do there. Bauer doesn't do it. This is one of the bigger problems I've seen with Bauer Sharp this year. His principles on when the pocket breaks down, it's not instinctual for him yet. He doesn't know what he's supposed to do. He doesn't inherently think, I've got to get somewhere. I've got to make a move here. But again, like you look at pass pro, it's not bad here. Tarquin's got this. These three guys are hemmed up. You've got Princely over here. Javonte Barnes comes, makes that block. Now, once it's clear that Barnes isn't going to isn't going to go out in a route, his guy triggers and comes up, and that's what really puts Jackson under pressure here. And then, the play is over. But that's let's go back. Start of the play here. 5:57 almost on the nose. You got that's life in the SEC. You're not going to have that much time to throw. It's a sack. It is what it is. But I'd put that on coverage as much as I would anything else. Okay, so now this one is different. This one goes badly. I believe Princely just beats Logan Howland off the edge here. Yeah. And gets it. Yeah, that's and again, pretty good coverage downfield. There's not an obvious move for Jackson Arnold here. But he's got to have more time than this. This is not too. It's less than 2 seconds, and Princely's on him. There's no realistic expectation for a quarterback to make that play. And Princely's really good. This is as tough as a learning curve gets. But I will continue to say it just felt like Ole Miss had Princely's just fired out of a gun on the side. They've got to, if there's some trigger, something they're reading, something that they're getting out of that, I don't know what it was, but boy, it sure looked like they knew what was coming before it came. All right. Let's get down to this. Okay. I haven't reviewed yet. So you're getting just what I see as it happens. It's not a great throw, but that's a play you need to make for your quarterback. You got to find a way to get that one in. And that's, again, every time I see a throw to J.J. Hester, I just think what Jaden Gibson would have done with something. And that's no shot at J.J. He was going to be Jaden's backup. It just is what it is. But he struggled with his hands all year. It's been a problem. I wish I could see more. I wish I could see what's going on with Brennan Thompson on the backside. And I get that I'm sure Jackson's just at this point like, got to get the ball out. Because if you look, this safety starts sliding this way immediately. And I don't know. I mean, you can't tell what Brennan Thompson's doing here. But sure would love to have seen him get a look or two here in the fourth quarter. And it just, to my memory, it really didn't happen. So here we're back to pressure. Pegues beats Ozida here on the inside with a nice little spin move. I thought Ozida played pretty well in general, but obviously gets beat here. Good player. He's getting beat by, I don't know. Yeah, Princely just gets up underneath. And again, this is that same thing. Like, okay, again, watch Howland's hips right here. This is okay. This is okay. Oh, open the door. And there's no, he's got to find some way to strike. Like, because this is the first time he's put hands on, and all he's doing is building momentum for Princely. And again, it's really hard. I'm not saying, like, I understand. Redshirt freshman facing that level of competition, that's a lot to deal with. That's a lot to ask, especially when Ole Miss knows exactly what you're doing. They don't have to worry about some zone stuff up the middle or a draw underneath him. Like, he doesn't have to worry about any of that crap. And that's why I thought the pressure was pretty well managed through the first 3.5 quarters. It's here in the last 5 minutes where Ole Miss just gets to pin their ears back that Oklahoma really struggles. I mean, that's just, it is what it is. They've got to do better, but I see how it happened. What happened here? I missed. What is... Looks to me like Ozida should, like, once he sees this, so this guy is going to run at him and this guy is going to come back around. He's got to let Ivy go. He's got to cut that loose, and Everett's cutting 95 loose, but nobody, like, they're just not on the same page. And Everett hadn't played a lot this year. Certainly hadn't played a lot next to Ozida, and they're just not going to have that level of comfort. I mean, this is going to happen sometimes, but boy, it is a snowball where they start making mistakes and it just gets this bad. I mean, this is horrible. It just is. But by one off of itself and a couple of young linemen that haven't played a lot together, you'd be like, whatever. But in this situation, obviously, it's going to make people irate. I get it. But yeah, Ozida just, he doesn't pass him off. He stays with that block, who clearly, I mean, that guy's dead to rights. He's run right, but he's done exactly what he'd hoped to do, because Everett's got no chance to get out to that guy. He's trying to hand him off to Ozida, and he gets eaten up because of it. And Arnold gets eaten up because of it. You can see a little twist here. Yep. I mean, at this point, Ozida's got to be nope. And that's stuff he knows. He knows better than. You've got to think that's a young guy rattled, just not doing what he's supposed to do. It's tough, too, because a lot of times you'd have Javonte Barnes able to stick his nose in here, but I'm sure he's realizing the problem they've got over here, and he's pretty focused on it. He comes over, helps clean up Princely, takes that out of play. I mean, 4th and 11, and again, this plays on the offensive line. I don't want anybody to misunderstand what I'm saying here. Throw it to J.J. Hester. What's the worst that's going to happen? Hell, the worst that's going to happen is it's going to be an incompletion. An interception's not even your worst outcome. You got to give your guy a chance. And I know you're running. I get it. But Jackson's got enough arm to make that throw. You got to at least try. Fourth down, the one thing you can't do is take a sack. So that, again, just bad all the way around. I can't even remember. Yeah, OU does get the ball back one more time. Defense does fine. I mean, like, we know what the score was there. Ole Miss is just trying to eat clock and get out of there. All right, so here we go. Let's finish it off here. Boy, it's a long video. Enjoy all this happiness I'm spreading here. Okay. Michael Tarquin struggles with Princely there on that one. That dude is. He's a problem with his. I mean, look at it. I mean, he just turns the corner. That's easy for him. All right. So here we go again. You've got Princely up here on the top, Jared Ivey at the bottom. Yeah, I mean, at this point, Jackson Arnold's spooked. He's a spooked horse. Like, and that's not a judgment. Like, I get it. He's running for his life every snap right now, and he's feeling the heat even before it's there. Because, I mean, you step up, you're probably okay. Howland does a decent job. I think Howland gets beat off the snap and actually does a decent job. Oh, Ivy slips. Okay, well, no credit there. No points there. But again, man, you can tell there's not much down the field. I mean, well, you can't tell. But judging by Arnold's response, it looks like there's not much down the field. I don't know what Ozaida's looking at here. This guy goes straight across his face. That can't happen. And again, look, yeah, he knows it. This isn't bag on him or being exemplary. He slaps himself in the helmet. He knows this guy goes right in the A gap. I don't know. I mean, it's not that his eyes aren't in the right place. I mean, he looks like he's where he needs to be. He's focused on him. I think Pegues just beats him. Makes a nice quick move, gets skinny in that hole, and it's over. So that's it. I mean, let me watch the. If I'm being honest, I remember the pass protection being worse. And maybe it was just because it was a bit of a snowball and it got so much worse. Again, really bad, completely unacceptable. I remembered it worse in my head than what I'm seeing here. For 3.5 quarters, OU played perfectly fine up front. Not great. It's not what you're looking for, but it was okay against a really, really good defensive front. And then Ole Miss just pinned their ears back on those last couple drives. No, you couldn't do anything with it. So that's it. Not a pretty performance, but hey, maybe signs of growth.